Hi everyone, welcome to a new session. Are you all ready with your books? Oh yes, okay. Now let's begin.
Today, let us study about the Roman numbers or the Roman numerals. Roman numbers. Numbers in the system are represented as a combination of letters in Roman alphabets. Numbers in this system are represented as a combination of letters in Roman alphabets. Here in the picture, you can see the Roman numbers for some of the Hindu Arabic numbers. In the picture, you can see the Roman numbers. So, some of the numbers are represented by only one letter, while some are represented as a combination of letters. For example, 1 is represented as I, 5 by V, 10 by X, 50 by L, 100 by C, 500 by D, 1000 by M. What about 2, 3 and all? 2 is represented by 2 I's, 3 by 3 I. Now, let us discuss about the rules for forming Roman numbers. The rules for forming a Roman number. First is a set of rules of repetition. In that, the first one is, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added. If a symbol is repeated, its value is added. For example, consider the number I. The number I. We know that I means 1. I means 1. So what will be I? According to our first rule, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added. Here you can see 2I. So 1 plus 1, which becomes 2. I means 2. Now, what about I? How many times this I is repeated? For 3 times. So, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, which will be equal to 3. So, I means 3. Now, our second rule is that a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. A symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. So we can say that the symbols I, X, C, M are repeated only 3 times. So, can we represent 4, the Hindu Arabic number 4 as I? Is this possible? No. Why? Our second rule states that a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. Here, how many I's are there? There are 4 I's, which is not possible. Now, what about the next rule? It says that the letters V, L, D are never repeated. V, L, D. V is for 5, L for 50 and D for 500. And this is never repeated. So, can we write VV? No. We know that if we are repeating the symbol, it means we have to add. We know that V means 5. So, 5 plus 5, it will become 10. But we know that 10 is represented by the letter X. So, we can't write VV. That is what our third rule states. Now, let's move on. Our next set of rules is the rules of addition. It is the rule of addition. In that, our rule says that if a symbol of a smaller value is written to the right of a symbol with greater value, its value is added to the value of the greater symbol. If the symbol of smaller value is written to right of a symbol with greater value, its value gets added to the greater symbol. Let me explain it with an example. Consider the symbol X and I. This is a combination of letters, isn't it? Here, X is greater than I. X has the greater value. X has the value which is equal to 10, while I has only the value 1. So, we can see X is having a greater value and I is having a smaller value. When we are writing the smaller value on the right side of a greater value, we have to add the value of the smaller one to the bigger one. So, x1 will become as 10 plus 1, which is equal to 11. So, 11 is written as xi in the Roman numerals. Now, how about the letters VI? VI. We know that V is for 5 and I means 1. So, what we have to do here? We have to add 1 to 5, which will be 6. So, VI means 6. Now, our next rule is the rule of subtraction. The rule of subtraction. That is, if a symbol of smaller value is written to the left of a symbol with greater value, its value is subtracted from the symbol of greater. If a symbol of smaller value is written to the left of a symbol with greater value, its value is subtracted from the greater symbol. So, now consider the example IX. Here, we already have said that X stands for 10 and I for 1. So, I is written to the left of X. We know that X is greater. So, what we have to do is, we have to subtract 1 from 10. 10 minus 1, which is equal to 9. So, IX means 9. So, consider another example, IV. We know that I is 1 and V is 5. So, when I is written at the left of V, it means that we have to subtract 1 from 5. If we subtract 1 from 5, we will get the answer as 4. So, IV means 4. Our next rule is that the symbols V, L and D are never written to the left of a symbol with greater value. That means we can never write V, L or D to the left of a symbol with greater value. For example, we cannot write VX. This is wrong. Now, what about the next one? The symbol I can be subtracted from V and X only. The symbol I can be subtracted from V and X. That means 1 can be subtracted from 5 and 10 only. Next one is the symbol X can be subtracted from L and C. X can be subtracted from L and C. If you are writing X in the left of L, this will be 40. Now, let's do some problems. Write the following in Roman numerals. That means we have to write the Roman numbers for the following Hindu Arabic numbers. The first one is 56. How can we write? We know that it should be a combination of letters. So 56 can be written as 50 plus 6. 50 plus 6. Now, how will we represent 50 as a Roman number? We know that we can use L. So 50 is used or represented as L. Now what about 6? 6 is represented as VI. So once we write it together, we get the answer as LVI. This will be the answer for 56. 56 is written as 50 plus 6 and L is the letter for 50 and VI for 6. So LVI means 56. Now what about the next one? It is 49. 49 can be written as 40 plus 9. Now we have to write the symbol for 40. We know that 40 means 50 minus 10. Again 9 means what? 10 minus 1. Isn't it? So 50 minus 10. How would we write this? 50 is represented using L. And what about 10? It is represented by X. Then how will we write? We know that the value which we have to subtract should be written at the left side. So X will be written at the left side. So XL means 50 minus 10, that is 40. Then what about 9? What is the symbol for 10? It is X. So what is the symbol for 1? It is I. So we have to subtract I from X. So I should be written at the left side. So IX. When we combine this, we will get the answer as XLIX. This will be for 49. Now what about the next one? It is 98. How can we write 98? It is written as 90 plus 8. 90 plus 8. How can we write 90? 90 means 100 minus 10. So, and 8. So, what about 100? It is represented by C. So, C will be written here. And what about 10? It is represented by X. So, X should be written at the left side. So, XC. XC means 90. Then, what about 8? It is VIII. So, when we combine this, we will get the answer as XCVII and I. With this, we come to the end of our chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.